I feel like we should subtitle this episode, be prepared to Google animals.
Hello and welcome to the podcast. I'm Marisa.
I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. As a reminder, this podcast is rated T for teen for strong language and mature themes.
If you would like a podcast about Nancy Drew that doesn't have that, then head on over to her very own podcast, Unlocked, where they talk to people about things.
And stuff. And
so I hear.
They also have something where they have been making, on their YouTube channel, where they've been making food from the games, I guess. With one of the people who works there, Jay. That looks fun. They just made Waverly treats, which, as far as I can tell, is bagels with things on it. But that could be a recipe video, I guess. So, you know.
I guess.
But what are we going to talk about today, sister?
Today, we are going to talk about the animals we want to see in the world.
The aminals.
Yeah.
So, we've talked about the animals we have seen in Nancy Drew games. We've rated them even, and talked about how much we love them.
I'll be honest, this topic came up because I looked over at Adam, and I said, hey, what should Reese and I talk about tonight? And he said, well, how about, cutest games with the cutest animals? And I was like, we kind of already did that one. It's Bob the horse. And he's like, okay, super. And then I went, but
what if?
What if
we could include animals we haven't seen before? So, we came up with the animals we most want to see in the games. Animals that we've been like, I have been waiting for this animal and it has not yet shown up in a game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start out with saying that yes, we have technically... First off, Ariana, you are an anonymous coyote, and I am very excited about that. Second, I want a cat in the Nancy Drew games that is not a demonic robot cat.
Wow.
Which there are two. There's Suki and the one in Deadly Device. So, putting that out there. Or Yuri, bless his heart. Yuri doesn't do anything. He just sits there and he yells. He cries. I feel so bad for Yuri. That poor cat.
That cat is so miserable.
His very existence is just...
I live in utter pain.
Bless his heart. He is one ugly little mofo, but I love him. I do. I love him.
I would kill for him.
So would I. But I want a cat that is like... So we had Yogi, right? The dog. Mm-hmm. And then we got an upgrade with Toomey, right?
Yeah.
Like, Yogi was awesome. Loved Yogi. But then we had Toomey, who had animations and actually did something and was really cute. And we loved Toomey. So now we've had Yuri, who sits there and does nothing. Now we need an upgrade. And we need an upgrade to another cat that does something.
Leads
like
Nancy
Toomey.
to a clue.
Yes. And you know what? It would be fine if it was in Midnight in Salem.
Yeah, that would be, optimal.
It would be.
Follow a familiar? I mean, that'd be just...
But no. Probably not going to happen. I'm just saying it should.
I feel like they are very quickly phasing out the witch element.
They really are.
Are you feeling that at this point?
We'll talk about that. Not in this episode,
sorry.
But we will talk about that tonight.
That's a topic for another day.
Okay. So, cat. I want a cat.
And then I wasn't sure if this counted as a separate point or a sub point, but I need some big cats. Like,
Yeah.
I want a puma. Or, I'd really like to have a lion or a tiger or a jaguar. But I feel like we'd be more likely to have a puma because they could, like, sort of downsize it.
They like to... Okay. Later in their notes, I talk about an ocelot, so we'll come back to this.
Oh, okay.
Ocelots are small, but they're technically big cats.
They are.
Perfect.
They're good.
Okay. So, you really wanted to talk about one.
Yes. I need a game, and I almost decided to do an episode about pitching games, but
We've already pitched this game, Ariana.
I need big snakes. I need like a whole reptile themed game. But
I pitched one with a herpetologist before. So that's where we can get these big snakes. At that one we've already pitched.
Okay.
I harken back to things we've already pitched before several times in this. Just by the way.
Yeah. Well.
But snakes.
Snakes. Awesome big snakes.
Yes. Like a boa.
Yeah, absolutely. And ooh,
or a python.
an emerald boa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Something big and fun. You know what I mean.
Like
with a personality.
Yes, exactly. Those yeah.
Snakes have personalities.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
What was the name of the snake in your class?
Rosie?
Rosie. Good snake.
No.
No, that wasn't that
That was Daddy's.
That was Daddy's snake.
It was Goliath.
Goliath. Right. I was like, wrong snake.
Goliath
Rosie
was good.
Yeah.
Goliath was a very good snake.
Very good snake.
That was also the class where we had Charlie, the bearded lizard.
It's true. Reptiles. Good reptiles.
He was a good boy, and then the crickets attacked him.
Poor baby.
I know. It was so sad.
But yeah, we want to interact with reptiles, not just Iggy the iguana.
Yeah.
We want more. We
want not
more
just
reptiles.
those like snakes that pop out at you and try to kill you.
Yeah, we want to stop this defamation.
Yeah.
Of snakes.
Snakes are good.
Also, Nancy heard that rattler, and it's her own fault for getting bit. Mm-hmm. Because if you hear a rattler, you walk away.
Yeah.
I feel no sympathy for Nancy when she gets bit.
Stupid. I liked your next one very much.
You've seen sheep. Now get ready for goats.
Yes!
I like goats. And my idea is that we're in a game somewhere, because we've talked about one in West Virginia at some point, and I'm like, you know what? Goats.
Yes.
That's a perfect place for goats to be.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking that goats take off with a piece of evidence. And Nancy has to go find the one that's eating her evidence.
Oh, I love it.
They take off with, like, her backpack or something, and they're, like, trying to eat it. And she has to go run after them, and then they, like, lead her to other evidence. I love that idea.
Oh, that'd be rad. I love it.
I love goats.
I love
Even
goats.
though they tried to eat my sweater and they stepped on my feet at the petting zoo as I was a child.
You know what? At least it wasn't a llama.
It's true.
Fucking
and
llama.
It was the adult's fault for letting me wear my sweater around my waist going into a petting zoo.
Yes.
Not the goats.
Goat's gonna goat, man.
Yeah, exactly. Goats are going to goat, as they say.
As those goaty goats do.
Yes. So you had something on the goats.
Oh yeah, I want to see like a Bob type situation wherein like we've got a whole pen full of goats and we get to, you know, see them and maybe feed them, you know, sort of like in
Shadow Ranch.
yeah, Shadow Ranch. But there's one that we like interact with completely, like it headbutts Nancy when it meets her, and it's just I need that mischievous goat, and I like the idea of it taken off with her bag.
Yeah.
That's very good.
I love it because they're mischievous.
Yes.
I'm also gonna put a vote in again for that kangaroo rat
Yeah.
from the game I pitched about the desert.
Absolutely.
Kangaroo rats are adorable.
They're so good.
They're just so cute. Everything about them is good, and I would like to see one. I just pretty much at any time, I would like to see one. Like chinchillas. I want a chinchilla in a game.
Oh, God, yes. Oh.
Chinchilla. Oh, my God. Now I want Nancy to go to, like, South America. Specifically so we can see chinchillas in the wild.
Yes.
Okay. And now. Okay, so. We've talked about a Costa Rican game before. Mm-hmm. And how that's like, to be honest, if I had to pick one of the games that we... Yeah, you just saw the picture. You just saw the picture.
Okay. Yeah.
So, if any of the games that we have pitched were to be made, I would really want it to be the Costa Rican one.
Yeah, definitely.
To be honest, because that's just like a perfect place for it to be said. So I have 3 animals that I specifically would want out of a Costa Rican game, and a bonus insect. You know the insect. So I want a sloth. Like, first and foremost, 3-toed sloth.
Yes.
They're good. They're very good. I love sloths.
I love sloths so much. Adam and I have looked into, you know, how you go about becoming a handler. Not even a joke.
Sloths are so good.
They are.
And just learning about them is so good. And I was thinking, like, how to work them in... I don't know why I was thinking about how to work them into the game, but I was. Like, Nancy has to figure out how to set up equipment. But there's, like, a sloth where she's trying to go. So she has to figure out, logically, how to set up the equipment without disturbing the sloth.
Yes.
Game over if you disturb the sloth.
Yes. I love it.
Right there. So, that's, like, my number 1 animal that I need to happen.
Yes.
From Costa Rica. They're so good. Second one there's these little guys. And I say little, because they really are. They're called peccaries. They are little, like, tiny boars. They're like the size of cats. They are so cute and little.
They're mini monsters.
They are like mini boars. They're like this big. If you are watching us right now, you can see me say this. But they are like, and I have a picture in our Google Doc. I don't know how to...
I feel like we should subtitle this episode, be prepared to Google animals.
I might be able to put a link in, or at least put this picture on our website. Because I took this picture when I was in Costa Rica. When I was in, when I went to Isla Tortuga, we were sitting on the beach after snorkeling, and we were eating food, and so a fucking herd of these little guys came over to our table, because they're smart enough to know that people will give them food because they're cute. They are precious.
It's wonderful.
But Google peccary, Peccary. They are just so cute. But they're like cat-sized, and they live in herds, and I'm just thinking that they literally tried to like get into the tents and get the food from the camp of people's stuff. Yeah. So that's just my idea for them. And then my third animal is ocelots, because I like them.
You don't have to justify ocelots to me.
I love ocelots. They're just so cute.
They are.
And then it could just be like we have to be like careful at night because, you know, the ocelots are around. They're just so cute. They're so cute. I know.
They're good.
And then side note, also ocelots are very like small compared to other big cats.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it wouldn't be very hard to model them. Like comparatively speaking, as opposed to like, oh, we have to model a tiger. Right?
Right.
That's, like, big, and you, like, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, there's gotta be a lot of weight to it, but...
Ocelots are pretty small, comparatively speaking.
Yes.
So... And they're just so cute.
They are.
They're just so cute. But, side note, if we were doing a game in Costa Rica, we would have to bring up bullet ants.
Yes.
And make everyone learn about the just... terror that are bullet ants, because that is just something.
Fuckers.
They are gigantic. Bullet ants are about 2 inches long, 1 to 2 inches long, and
aggressive as hell.
Yeah, and if they sting you, it feels like you've been shot. So it's just terrifying to see them.
Yes.
Because it's like, oh, if I let this sting me, I'm going to feel like I got shot.
It's honestly left me with, like,
a fear of ants.
Anytime we watch Ant-Man, the first one, as soon as you see one of the bullet ants, I'm like, no.
They are terrifying.
Yeah.
And, like, on one of the first days we were there, we were staying at a hotel, and we were in the outside area, and we were sitting down on, like, this stone wall, just relaxing, and we look over, and right next to our butts were just a line of fucking bullet ants, and we were like, okay then.
Yeah, nope.
I'm not sitting down ever again. Oh well.
Just guess I'm gonna be on my feet the rest of my life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Always moving.
Yeah. Never again. So what other animals do you want to see?
I mean, I'd really like to see bugs. Like,
I know we had an entire game with an entomologist.
Yeah.
We saw no bugs.
No bugs.
We saw bug pieces. Yeah. Dead bugs, bug poop. But we saw no bugs in a game with an entomologist.
I think that's really overall what my want is. It's to have games about animals. You know what I mean? Just to encourage that science.
Yeah.
The part of me that still wishes that I'd gone into marine biology.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about working at an aviary rescue?
Ooh. Oh, that could be so good.
And then we get to learn about the birds of, like, North America.
Yeah.
That would be so good. More than just what the shit stiff stuff we learned in Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, which was like, this is a tanager. This is a red-tailed hawk. It's like, okay, sure. But actually be like, this is, you know, the American robin, which is different from, you know, the European robin. This is the the red-winged blackbird. You know, all that stuff. House sparrow. House finch. I know
just
a lot
listing
of birds.
Like, I don't want to stop you, but I feel like I'm supposed to.
I just know a lot of bird names.
Yeah. No, I have realized recently that our grandma loves birds.
Yeah.
So much. She had pet birds a lot. She always has had a hummingbird feeder. She's always catered to the birds.
Yeah. And that has kind of broken us. Now we know a lot about birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
fine.
In my complex, so the parking lot is on one end, and then there's us in the middle, and then there's the street. And sometimes I have to park in the parking lot or in the street. And there are various birds that have territories just in that entire walk. And I'm just like, oh, we're in Phoebe territory here. Oh, hummingbirds. And this is where the crows come to play.
It's so funny because we have corvids. We have 3 types of corvids around our apartment complex. We have magpies, crows, and ravens. The ravens will all stay at the street. The crows will come up to the walkway. And then the magpies will only be in the parking lot and dumpster area. It's territory, man. Yeah. So birds. I want to do, like, a bird rescue. Definitely. Mm-hmm. That'd be so fun.
Yeah. And you could totally touch on environmental issues that way, too.
Yes.
You know?
Exactly. Especially with talking about things like, you know, what happened with, like, the brown pelicans and DDT and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And what happens with, like, the plovers and stuff and all that stuff.
All that happy
that I'm not
stuff.
going to like expound upon because this is not that kind of podcast. This is a Nancy Drew podcast, and I will stop talking about birds right now. What else do we want in the game? Let's do one more.
Okay.
Let's not birds.
I would love an aquarium game.
That's not whales.
Yeah, no, an aquarium.
That's not Whale World.
That's not an aquarium. That's some weird spot that just, it shouldn't exist. I don't like it.
Yeah, there's nothing, it doesn't feel accredited. No. You know what I mean?
It doesn't feel entirely safe either.
Yeah. I want an aquarium and I want to learn about jellyfish.
Yes. Oh, underappreciated jellyfish.
I want to learn about jellyfish.
Yes.
That's what I want in life.
And stingrays.
Yes. Oh man, what if Australia?
Yes.
And working at an aquarium in Australia.
Yes. I love it. Because then that can incorporate all kinds of crazy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Learn about, like, coral reefs and stuff like that.
Turtles. Yeah. Oh, and again, get them environmental issues a-going.
Yeah, we're really into that right now.
Yeah.
Pitching that in every single one of our games.
I'm constantly terrified about the world burning.
Pretty much. We're like, we really need children to know about this.
Yeah. Because apparently we need them to save us.
Okay, well, we want an aquarium.
Yay, Nancy Drew Games!
Aquarium. Any other ones before we end this episode on something that's not us crying about the environment?
Bears. I forgot. We were cooking dinner and my brain, I went, bears! And Adam was like, what?
Yeah, bears.
Bears.
I was thinking about pandas earlier, but that's just because we've been watching Fullmetal Alchemist.
That'll do
So I was
it.
thinking pandas.
But yeah, bears. I think that would be wonderful. And then again, touch on conservation issues, and it's good. I really feel the 90s. You know, when every single children's media was about
Captain
conservation.
Planet, Ferngully.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree. That is what Krolmeister Sisters has decided. We're Captain Planet again.
Captain motherfucking Planet.
And that's what we're gonna end on.
Hell yeah.
Those were the animals we really want to see in Nancy Drew games. If you have something that you would like to see, let us know on our
giraffes.
Also giraffes. On our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and our fancy website, krolmeistersisters.knifefightclub.com.
You can also go to Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and Spotify and review us and let us know how much you love us and how much you support our ideas.
Yeah!
Or how much you disagree, because discourse is good. A certain
I
level.
prefer an echo chamber. Tell me I'm pretty and I'm amazing. Thank you. You can also subscribe to us on Twitch to get access to our cute little wine glass emote. And I've decided that if we get enough subscribers for our next emote slot, it's going to be a trebuchet.
Fantastic.
Because why not?
I'm down for this.
Thank you. I'm glad.
Oh, I am so stoked, you guys.
So, you guys can also support us on Patreon to get access to Podcast Night VODs, as well as pictures of Streamcat not even our mom gets to see.
Unless she
becomes a patron. Yeah, she should do that.
Yeah.
So she can get access to Streamcat pictures.
What the hell, Mom Krolmeister?
Yeah, Mama Krolmeister. God. So, as a reminder, I'm Risa.
I'm Ariana.
And we're asking you guys to stay sleepy.